When chaos erupts in a city, the very first thing that most intruders or looters will test are your entry points. Doors and windows are the weakest links in most homes, and unfortunately, many people underestimate how quickly they can be breached. Keeping your home safe begins with making those entry points as secure as possible long before danger ever arrives. A locked door with a weak frame is just an invitation. It will give way under a hard kick. A flimsy window is just as bad. If your goal is to keep your family safe, you must treat every entry as a barrier that buys you time, discourages intruders, and keeps threats outside where they belong. Start with your doors. Exterior doors should be solid, core or metal, not hollow. Reinforce them with heavy-duty deadbolts, strike plates, and door braces. Even inexpensive door security bars can double the resistance against forced entry. Don't forget sliding glass doors. They can be secured with bars or simple wooden dowels placed in the track to prevent them from being forced open. Windows are another common vulnerability. Adding shatter, assistant film, security screens, or even storm shutters can make them far harder to break into. At the very least, lock every window tightly and keep shades drawn during tense times. Small steps like placing thorny bushes underground, level windows add both a natural deterrent and an extra layer of protection. Securing entry points isn't about making your house look like a fortress. It's about making it a less attractive target. Most people causing trouble in chaotic times are looking for easy wins, not fights. If your home looks reinforced and time-consuming to break into, many will simply move on to somewhere else. That alone can mean the difference between safety and disaster. When a city falls into chaos, appearances can mean everything. In fact, the way your home looks from the outside can either invite danger or quietly deflect it. Most looters, desperate individuals, or opportunists are not looking for a challenge. They are looking for signs of wealth, abundance, or weakness. If your home looks lit up and stocked while others sit in darkness, you'll draw unwanted eyes. That's why controlling the appearance of your home is one of the smartest defenses you can use without ever lifting a weapon. During blackouts or unrest, keep your lighting minimal. If you have backup power or generators, avoid advertising it. Block light leakage with heavy curtains or blankets so the glow doesn't spill into the night. To a desperate passerby, even the flicker of a TV or the smell of a hot meal can suggest that you have resources worth taking. This doesn't mean you must live in discomfort. It means you stay discreet, enjoying what you have without broadcasting it. Another key is to avoid displaying supplies. Don't leave boxes, water jugs, or firewood piled openly in your yard. Don't carry gear or food in a way that makes it obvious to neighbors or strangers. The principle of gray man applies here. Blend in with your surroundings and avoid standing out. Even your behavior matters. If you look calm, fed, and well-prepared while everyone else struggles, you may unintentionally signal that your home is a target. The safest homes in chaotic times are not always the strongest, but the ones that don't catch attention. Appear ordinary, appear unremarkable, make your home seem like every other house on the block, or even slightly less appealing. By controlling appearances, you dramatically reduce the risk of ever facing confrontation at all. When chaos grips a city, confrontation should always be your last option. The smartest way to protect your home is to make it appear too risky to approach in the first place. This is where silent deterrents come in, subtle signals that send a clear message to would-be intruders. This house isn't worth the trouble. These deterrents don't rely on shouting, fighting, or drawing attention. Instead, they quietly shift the odds in your favor by making your home seem guarded and uninviting. Lighting is one of the simplest deterrents. Motion sensor lights that suddenly flood a dark yard can startle intruders and make them think twice. A person creeping around your property doesn't want to be seen, and a sudden burst of light makes them feel exposed. Security signs, even if you don't have a full system, also plant doubt in a stranger's mind. People rarely want to risk finding out whether an alarm is real or fake. Dogs are another powerful silent tool. A barking dog, or even the sound of one, creates a psychological barrier for intruders. They know dogs are unpredictable, loud, and hard to silence. Even small dogs can be effective alarms. If you don't have one, sound recordings or decoy signs can mimic the effect. Don't overlook low-tech deterrents either. Gravel driveways or pathways crunch loudly under footsteps, making it hard for anyone to approach unnoticed. Thorny bushes under windows or trellises with sharp branches can discourage entry without looking like obvious defenses. The goal is not to turn your home into a fortress, but to make it appear inconvenient and high risk compared to others. In chaotic times, opportunists choose the path of least resistance. Silent deterrents ensure that path doesn't lead to your door. When a city is thrown into chaos, one of the fastest ways a family becomes vulnerable is through miscommunication or separation. Fear, noise, and confusion can scatter people quickly, and without a reliable plan to stay connected, each person is left to make dangerous decisions on their own. That is why establishing communication systems and backup methods within your household is just as critical as locking the doors. A united family acts as one, while a disconnected family risks panic and exposure. Start by creating simple code words and signals that every member understands. A single phrase might mean danger, stay inside, while another could mean meet at the safe spot. These codes allow you to share vital information quickly without alerting outsiders to your intentions. For younger children, keep it even simpler, like teaching them that 2 whistle blows means come home now. Technology can help, but you cannot rely on it fully. In a blackout, cell towers might fail, and networks could be overwhelmed. That's why walkie-talkies or hand-crank radios are excellent tools for short-range communication. Small power banks or solar chargers can keep essential devices running for longer. Old-fashioned methods also still work. Agreed meeting spots, message boards, or hidden notes in specific places can serve as fallbacks when technology is unavailable. Just as important as creating these systems is practicing them. It's not enough to explain the plan once. You must rehearse until it becomes instinct. In the heat of chaos, people won't have time to think through details. They'll need to react automatically. The bottom line is this: safety in chaos depends on coordination. A family that can instantly reach each other, share updates, and regroup under pressure has an enormous advantage. Staying connected means staying in control, and that control can save lives. When a city descends into chaos, it may feel natural to lock your doors and trust no one. While caution is important, complete isolation can make you more vulnerable, not less. A lone home is easier to target than a street where neighbors look out for each other. This is why relying on community watch, forming bonds with the people around you, is such a powerful survival strategy. Numbers create security, and unity creates deterrence. Start by identifying the neighbors you can trust. In peaceful times, small conversations and gestures of goodwill build a foundation. When crisis hits, those same connections can quickly turn into a support network. Even a handful of families working together can cover far more ground than one household alone. For example, while one family keeps watch, another can rest or care for children. This rotation ensures no home is ever left unprotected. Sharing information is another advantage of community watch. If one neighbor spots suspicious movement, the entire block can be alerted. If supplies run low, trading or pooling resources can prevent desperation and reduce the need for dangerous trips outside. You don't have to share everything you have, but even limited cooperation strengthens the group. Community also provides psychological support. Fear and exhaustion can overwhelm even prepared families, but knowing you're not standing alone makes a tremendous difference. A street where neighbors greet each other, check in, and patrol together feels alive and alert, exactly the kind of place intruders want to avoid. The truth is, in chaotic times, predators prefer isolated targets. By building Community Watch, you create an environment where troublemakers see not a vulnerable house, but a united neighborhood. Alone, you are vulnerable, but together you become a wall of protection no one wants to challenge. When the world outside your door feels unstable and threatening, the greatest protection you can offer your home is not just physical security. It's your ability to remain calm and in control. Chaos breeds panic, and panic leads to mistakes. If your family sees you fearful, they will mirror that fear. But if they see you steady and confident, they will find strength in your composure. In times of crisis, calm is not weakness. It is power. The first step is controlling your own mindset. Remind yourself that preparation has given you an advantage. Breathe deeply, think clearly, and act deliberately. Rash actions, like rushing into the streets, yelling at neighbors, or showing off supplies, often create more risk than the threat itself. By slowing down and choosing wisely, you prevent fear from making decisions for you. Projecting confidence outwardly is just as important. Intruders and opportunists often look for signs of weakness, nervous movements, frantic behavior, or disorganization. If your home projects an image of alertness and control, lights timed properly, family members moving with purpose, and you calmly monitoring the situation, it signals that your household is not an easy target. Sometimes the impression of strength is enough to deflect trouble. Inside your home, maintaining calm provides stability for your family. Children especially watch how adults react. Your voice, posture, and instructions can either soothe their fear or amplify it. Practice drills, speak with authority, and reassure them often. A calm family follows plans, stays quiet when needed, and avoids drawing attention. Ultimately, control is about refusing to let the chaos outside dictate your behavior inside. You cannot stop unrest from spreading in your city, but you can stop panic from spreading in your home, and in survival, that steady presence may be the strongest shield you possess.